combination of grown and sexy is just the way me. I grab my baby day and my day. Let's go on a shopping spree. Friends and family, all I need. 'Cause all I want to do today is free my thoughts and get away. Take some time for me today. BS and drama free. It'll still be there. That's one day or two. But right now, all I want to do is enjoy myself, enjoy myself, enjoy myself for me. I got gas in my tank, money in the bank. I give the man thanks. Turn up the crank. Blackwell coming through my stereo. Never about the tights, man. I love my go-go. But back to the story at hand. I'm about to set my plan in motion. I just might scoop my van, drive all the way out to the ocean. Do the damn thing, the lickety split. Back to my city, I don't play that shit. I might travel everywhere that I please, but I'm DC till the day that I leave. Oh yeah, I get a text from my peeps, meet me down the creek, lot 15. Let's do something to ignite that spark, like doing it in the park. Because all I want to do today is free my thoughts and get away. Take some time for me today. BS and drama free. It'll still be there, whether it's one day or two. But right now, all I wanna do is enjoy myself, enjoy myself, enjoy myself for me. If I could just enjoy myself, so happy.
I want you to. There you go, beautiful. We going live, Yolanda. How y'all doing? Thanks for watching. Hey, 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 we're here. We're at Voxwave Studios. We're live. I'm live with the one and the only Lonnetta Grant. Let's give you Lonnetta a hand. Woohoo! I'm excited.
Yay.
Right now, everyone within the sound of my voice, I've been talking about it all week. I've been advertising it all week. Now it has actually hit. For those who don't know, this young lady is phenomenal for many, many reasons. I could go down the list this long, but I'm going to let her tell you about herself because nobody can tell you about yourself better than yourself. So what I'm going to do is just give you a little bit of house cleaning that I do, certain things I talk about in the beginning, and then I'm going to come out of the picture because I like to be quiet and let the guest of honor do their thing. Because one thing about me and my show, I like the person to shine that's here to shine. Because my show is going to be here every Friday. It's Feeling Your Best Life Fridays. So anybody that want to come on Feeling Your Best Life Fridays, you can. First thing I want to let you know, by way of Voxwave, we're here live in the studios. So anyone that wants to come to the studio, we're live on YouTube, okay? It's not just Facebook. We're on YouTube as well. So you can contact me, 240-431-1506, and come on live with me. You can have the whole hour, 15 minutes, 30 minutes, 45 minutes, whatever you like. You can have it. Or you can email me at alleyesonbiz, alleyesonbiz@gmail.com. But what my show is mainly about is uplifting. We have to uplift. We got to let people know what's important, who's important, and what we do to help the public and help each other. And first of all, let me let you get a sneak peek of her. I'll let you look at her for a second. Isn't she beautiful? And soon, she's going to have the floor. So what I want you also to know, I have a wonderful, wonderful engineer. His name is Ron Jackson. He takes care of me. He keeps me focused. He keeps me on time. He keeps me in line with what I'm doing as far as commercial breaks. Here, you can actually buy commercial time as well, or sponsors as well. Whatever you need, I'm here available for you, okay? So, Ron, tell the audience hi. That's basic engineer. They're not going to go too far. They just keep all this stuff going. So, without further ado, I'm going to present to some, introduce to others, the one and the only. And you all know her, so I'm just excited that you all are joining me. I feel honored that you all are watching me live with the Queen. I call the Queen all the time. So I'm just honored that you all are watching me with the Queen herself. But on my page, a lot of you I know her. I know you do, because her book is phenomenal. And I'm going to introduce to some and present to others one and only Lonnetta, and some call her Lonnie, Grant. Woo! Woo!
Yeah.
And here she is. Okay, all right now, what we're going to do, I'm going to let her introduce herself, let her talk about what she does and what she loves to do, and then anybody having questions or have comments, we're going to give you the floor. So Lonnie, it's all yours, my darling.
Yes, I am truly honored. I am excited to be on this show tonight. It is just amazing. So I'm just excited to be here because you look at your life and you're like, you remember when somebody took part in your life at a really dark stage and how they help you, and they didn't really realize how much they help you. That's why I had to feature her in my book, because she, Miss Debbie has been an honor. She's been a second mom when she probably didn't know she was being a second mom, and just amazing. So I'm just excited to be here. Again, my name is Lonnetta Grant. I am your transformational speaker. I am your life coach. I am your inspirator and your motivator. I come to you and live on Facebook. I'm always giving you my truth. Everybody know me as I keep it 100 real. Everybody around me has been authentic in my life. They don't take no mess, and that's kind of my thing as well. I don't take mess. So I'm just honored. So I'm also an author, you guys. So this beautiful book here, Beauty After Broken, The Girl in the Mirror.
Woo!
It is powerful. People always ask me, how did you come up with that name? And I'm like, I woke up, I prayed about it, and I said, God, lay it on my heart, the movement that you want me to start. Mm-hmm. And it came, Beauty After Broken. Because so many people need to find their beauty, and they think they're just broken. They think, God has forgotten about them. They ain't no good anymore. But I'm here to tell you that you can find your beauty. Absolutely. But you have to search hard.
Mm-hmm. Can I ask you a quick question? You all, every now and then, I might interrupt because there's so many powerful points she's going to hit. So this is a powerful point right now. Those of you that want to call in to ask questions and comment and make comments, feel free. The number's 240-719-2560. Call in, ask anything you want, because this is a woman of God that's not ashamed. I tell people, don't be ashamed of the past, because the past made us who we are, and it didn't kill us. It made us stronger, and it also made it where we can help another person that may be going through that we don't know what's going through, because they wear masks. Mm-hmm. If you saw my last show or last couple shows, it was about the mask. They didn't take their mask off. So if you're still wearing a mask, people just think you're happy, and for real, you're going crazy inside. So I'm letting you know, her book birthed out a person that doesn't wear a mask anymore. She don't have to wear a mask. Mm-hmm. She don't have to cover up, and she doesn't have to be ashamed of what others may do that they're ashamed of. She's not ashamed. Her book is The Girl in the Mirror, and everybody think about that name. The Girl in the Mirror reminds me of Michael Jackson saying the man in the mirror. Because if you look in the mirror and deep down inside of yourself, you're going to either make a better you or you're going to go crazy. Yeah. So I'm stepping out, but I just had to give a little tidbit because that was a powerful statement she made.
Yeah, and you know what, even thinking about the girl in the mirror, because the inside child never leaves.
Right.
It never leaves, you guys. So I really want you to really think about that inner child in you, and how that inner child is showing up in your life. So that's what my book was about. It's about childhood trauma, my childhood trauma, and how that basically played a part in my everyday growing up. Yes. And what that looked like as an adult. Of course, I'm be coming out with my book too. Woo! But I gotta maximize on this.
That's right. When I do have her T-shirt on, everyone, I want you
to see that. I found beauty in my brokenness.
That's right. She sells her T-shirt. She sells her book. She sells a lot of things that you all, this is a serious woman. She's explaining this. She's expressing it. They have her all over the United States talking about this story. You all have her right in your backyard. Make yourselves available for a person that's right here in your own backyard, because soon you may not get to be right there next to her.
Because I'm about to blow up.
Things change. Yes. Nothing's permanent but God. So when you have a person this close to you, that's why I was like, please be on my show, because I know it's hard to get back home once you branch out. And home is where the heart is, but nobody just stays put when God have a plan, because there's other people in this world that she has to touch with this story. This story could take her anywhere from a movie to a play, from a play to a movie. And if she has another part coming, believe you me, God got a plan. And it's a blessing with her name on it. So those who want to support, call in 240-719-2560. Just holler out for her and let her know you're there.
Yes.
Because sometimes you got to know who's really there. Don't call a lady when she is untouchable, because she's going to be like, where were you when you could have just called me? Sometimes you just got to call people when you can. Don't wait till they're so big that you want people to know you know them. Know her from here. Know her from where she's going. Reach out now, because if you wait too long, she's not going to be able to get to you, because that's when you have your agents. That's when you have different people running different things, because it's too much for us to do for one person. And she's already setting herself up right now with agents and people that have to have her life set up. I know how this thing goes.
Yeah.
And let me tell you, this is the platform right now. If you want to reach out while she's still local, she's still abroad. We don't even know how far she's taken this, but right now, this very day, she's local. All yours, my darling.
Yes, I'm just excited, you guys. This book is just so amazing. And one of the things I get questions about, you guys, is how did you write this book knowing that there was family members?
Number one question.
The number one question. People always ask me, I want to write my book and I want to tell my truth, but some of my family members are still alive, or I didn't tell my mother.
Right.
You know, what are they going to think?
Right.
She's still living.
Right.
I don't want to hurt her feelings, or I don't want people to look at me some type of way. But I'm here to tell you, you have to tell your story.
Woo.
It's your truth.
Absolutely.
Because you not telling your truth, you will never be healed.
That's what
you
it's all about.
have to heal.
That's right.
Because guess what? They didn't think about you when they made those moves.
Thank you.
So why are you saving them?
Thank you. And whether you all want to admit it or not, I'm not telling you the story because I want you to get the book, but read between the lines. Everybody's family have something in it that don't nobody want nobody to know about, and everybody knows by your behavior and your actions. Either you're going to be a person that's promiscuous all over because your brain is all shifted crazy, or you're going to be shallow and afraid of the world, or you might even do things that you wish you hadn't done later. So it's going to show on your behavior one way or the other. So guess what? She was strong enough to not let anything take her out where she couldn't get her mind right. Once you have your mind right, your body follows. So you're listening to a true woman. I told you that's not ashamed. Her book is a phenomenal book. It's sold all over the United States and abroad. So all I can tell y'all is something, the information she's sharing with you is what we all need to hear. Because I told her personally, through her, my book will surface. And I'm definitely not ashamed. So I'm letting you all know and understand right now what she's telling you, some good stuff. We all probably have a book birthed in us.
Yeah. And I just, it's that truth factor. And I know it can be hard for so many people just to stand in that truth and not feel ashamed.
Right.
You know, even with some of the things that's in the social media right now, the shame, you know, now telling your story and now people ridiculing you. And I will say it can be rough, you guys. It can be rough, like getting the backlash. I got it. You know, I had people that say, oh, she made our family look bad. Or why she say that? And it's like, no, I've always been boisterous, and I'm going to tell my story because it was my story. It was my experience. So I'm encouraging you to tell your experience because you can grow up in a household with 3 of you.
That's right.
And all 3 of you have had 3 different experiences. So none of them people can say, well, where was I at? That ain't happened.
Right.
Guess what? It did happen. It did happen. So I want you guys to understand you have a story in you, and all trauma is just not about sexual abuse, you guys. Like some people say, well, I didn't get touched. You didn't have to. Maybe it was verbal abuse. Maybe it was emotional abuse. Maybe your parents separated and it was a divorce and you didn't know how to recover.
That's right.
Trauma can be trauma. But it's that disconnect of the trauma of as a child trying to cope and say, well, did they divorce because of me? Or you got all of these feelings going on, and then you grow up searching for love. You're growing up like, in places you ain't got no business being there,
yes.
but because you're trying to search for who you are,
Right.
and just stand out. Right. And I want people to understand, you got to take control of you.
That's right.
You can't blame your mama.
That's right.
You can't blame your father. Oh, this person ain't do this and this person ain't. At the end of the day, you guys, your name is at the top of your birth certificate.
Thank you. Phenomenal words.
I want y'all to sink that in. Your name is at the top of your birth certificate.
Okay, now.
So that means you're responsible for you. God just used those two people in the middle to get you here.
That's right.
So now you got to heal and take control of your life and say, I can't blame them at 40-something years old or what they didn't do.
Right.
I can't blame them at 30 who wasn't there or who was on drugs or who was an alcoholic. No, my name is at the top and it is my choice and I got to do something about it.
That's right.
That's it.
Hey,
Period.
Dee Dee. Hey, Kia. I see y'all watching.
Hey, Dee Dee.
How y'all doing?
So ask questions, you guys,
Yes,
anything you
call
have
in.
for me.
I found everybody's afraid to call in live TV. The phone is not going to bite. You have a person here in the flesh that's willing to talk and just give inspiration or just give a kind word. And those who know her on another level know she's a famous dance instructor for children. She's a liturgical dancer. She has many gifts. So call her if you want to just chat. 240-719-2560. The phone will not bite. The phone is not our enemy.
Nope.
The phone is a blessing. So I'm letting y'all know one thing right now. I'm so in love with her book that it helped me grow in my mind, because that's a number one factor. How would families feel? Hey, Kim, how you doing? Welcome. I'm going to call you one of my lifers because you support me. I'm so thankful that you support me. And I'm going to call you one of my lifers because lifers are, I was saying earlier, feeling your best life Friday means that people are getting life. That's a saying we used to say a while ago. Give me life, get life. And now I understand it on a whole nother level. I need to get life, and y'all giving me life when you support me weekly, because every Friday, God willing, I will be here. And today, I'm so honored to have Lonnetta that I did a Toyota kick. And I'm letting y'all know I feel good because this lady is busy. She has a lot going on. She's phenomenal. And she Kim, do you know Lonnetta? Let me know if you know her, because her book, I'm gonna let her tell you, since you just came on, about her book. And believe me, you want to read this book because you already told you have a story out of this world. So I'm gonna let her tell you, since you just came on, what this is about. Dee Dee, I'm gonna let her break it down to you as well, and I'm gonna step out the picture again.
Yes, you guys. So again, my name is Lonnetta Grant. I am your transformational speaker, your author, your life coach. And this book is just so amazing because I break down all the trials I went through as a child. And I'm going to just give you some little nuggets out of the book, how I was raised by a whole different family that wasn't mine. And I didn't realize it until I got older, a teenager. My mother did not raise me. She was a drug addict. And most of you guys have experienced something like that in your own families, especially in the Black communities where alcohol and drugs played a huge part. And one of the things I realized, you guys, I used to shame my mother so much by her choices, but I didn't realize she had a root to her stuff. She was coping with some stuff that she had endured. So it's easy to kind of put your mouth on people and shame them and say, well, why are they on drugs, or why, they're alcoholic? But let's get to her root. What happened to her? And it was some things I started to learn about my mother's past, and molestation and abuse, and now we can really heal. Because until you understand the root of where it came from, that's how you pray that spirit out. If you just praying and you don't really knowing what you praying against, it's like you in circles and you're trying to figure out, why I can't break this spirit from my family, because you don't know what to call out. You got to go back and know how to call it for what it is. So once I realized the things that my mother had going on and she suffered with, and that's how she got introduced to heroin at 16 years old, And she became strung out so early in the game because she was running. She was running from things that happened to her where she told her mother and her mother didn't believe her. So again, this thing goes deep and you got to get to the root of it. So this book is about generational curses, how to break them, how to really pray these spirits off of you, and how to heal. There's nothing wrong with going to therapy, you guys.
Right.
Or getting a life coach. Invest in it. Don't wait and say, well, it costs too much. It will cost you your life if you don't get help. You walking around and you trying to, figure this thing out, and you're like, well, I'm turning to this ain't working. I'm turning to alcohol, this ain't working. I'm getting highs, I don't know what, this not working. Guess what? It's not going to work until you heal and get to the root and get the help that you need.
That's right.
There's so many people out here that's scared of therapists.
Right. Yeah. It's because
it's taboo.
They know when they talk to a therapist, first of all, they may or may not know, but when you talk to a therapist, they're going to tap into that mindset. Once they're in your mindset, you're going to either face reality or you're going to lose it. And the bottom line is you want to face it. That way you can grow. Because what I'm doing for the first time, normally I don't go and read on my live YouTube. Today I decided to do that through my engineer. And what I'm noticing on there, they're angry men. It's angry men on there right now that's venting. They have all these horrible things to say about her and I, but guess what? We're not ashamed of what a man or a woman or whoever have done to us. Because if people speak up, then you'll shame the devil. So the person that's on my YouTube, I'm going to get a moderator to get rid of you. But actually, I love people that talk crazy. Because when you talk crazy, it shows your spirit is ugly. You don't put fear in me because I will expose you. So if you out there doing anything crazy, that's why you're writing all this crazy stuff on my page. You're showing that you're the devil himself. And a man like you going to run into a woman like me will expose you. I expose all devils. I don't care because no weapon formed against me shall prosper. So all the ugly things you're writing right now, you're giving me joy because that means that the devil is mad.
And keep speaking your story, ladies. Don't ever feel like.
Tell on these animals. They're
animals. You got to say it. You don't have to
walk around in shame. You don't have to feel like you said something wrong because you exposed it. Because what you're going to do, you're going to act it out. And when you act it out, it's going to show something happen because we don't know where this behavior is coming from. But when you've been delivered and set free, like I tell you on all my episodes, I have no shame. I have no guilt. Whatever I didn't know better about, I know better about today. So whoever this young man is on my page, thank you. I love what you're doing because you're letting me know we're doing the right thing. Because, see, you're not good enough to have queens like us anyway. So you just keep on writing about us. I want all the YouTube people to go on YouTube and see what he's writing. It's horrible. But it makes me happy because you know why? Because we're queens. Queens don't worry about the enemy. We don't worry about anything ugly you say because everything ugly you say only shows your spirit. If your
and everybody is being talked about, you know, at the end of the day.
And that's why I tell people, positive, it don't bother me because I know I'm doing the right thing. And I have a queen on here today to show we're doing the right thing. So, sir, please stay on my page every week. I love your energy. You don't bother me at all. And you probably do things that you can't sleep at night afterwards, but we sleep good at night. So I love you and Jesus loves you too, no matter what. My engineer's telling me, YouTube, that I got to take a commercial break. But, sir, don't leave. Keep writing. Because the more you write, the better we feel. Because guess what? God is getting the glory. So all you're doing is showing your insides. Because soon you're going to say something that you're going to slip up. And you're going to tell somebody some dark stuff you do. Keep on talking. The more you talk, the more you expose yourself. I love it. So stay on my page. Stay on YouTube so people can read about you. So let's get back to what's important.
watching Netflix or TV. The definition of grown and sexy is just go with me. I grab my baby name and my bag. Let's go on a shopping spree. Friends and family, all I need. 'Cause all I want to do today is free my thoughts and get away. Take some time for me today. BS and drama free. It'll still be there. It's one day or two. But right now, all I wanna do is enjoy myself, enjoy myself, enjoy myself for me. I got gas in my tank, money in the bank. I give the man thanks. Turn up the crank. Blackwell coming through my stereo. Never about the tights, man. I love my go-go. But back to the story at hand. I'm about to set my plan in motion. I just might scoop my van, drive all the way out to the ocean. Do the damn thing, the lickety split. Back to my city, I don't play that shit. I might travel everywhere that I please, but I'm DC till the day that I leave. Oh yeah, I get a text from my peeps, meet me down the creek, lot 15. Let's do something to ignite that spark, like doing it in the park. Because all I want to do today is free my thoughts and get away. Take some time for me today. BS and drama free. It'll still be there, whether it's one day or two. But right now, all I wanna do is enjoy myself, enjoy myself, enjoy myself for me. If I could just enjoy myself, so happy to know my energy.
Stay put.
Stay put, guys. Hey, we're back live. I hope that gentleman is still with us. I like his energy because guess what? I look at all the good. There's good before there's ugly. So the bottom line with me is I don't fear anything but God. I don't fear people that have ugly, evil things to say about me because I love them anyway. I learn to love a person in spite of themselves. And the bottom line is if you have love in your heart at all, you can love others. If you have hatred, you hate everybody. So I love people. I love you because that man hadn't done anything to me to have a problem with him. He might have done some things to others that he has a problem with, and this is too much truth for him. Sometimes when people hear the truth kills you or the truth makes you free. I'm thinking the truth is killing him right now. So bottom line to all of this is if you are living in a place where you need to get set free, pray to God, ask God for deliverance. If you're living in a place where you're so mad, all you see is evilness, it's going to show like this guy on YouTube. And if y'all want to check out the crazy stuff he wrote, please do. And that means people get to go on my page and subscribe and say like, because I don't care about him putting crazy stuff. He might draw some good energy because I think good energy comes in more. So I'm just letting you know, get that book.
Yes,
reach out,
come on now, you guys.
Book. And if you get the book, you'll understand the point she's making. The points she's making are so important because they all reach areas in our life that if we don't touch them, they're going to come out other ways. You don't want that. You don't want to carry that as a generational curse. What she's showing you, the curse is broken. Lonnetta, tell them how wonderful your children are.
Oh my God, I have some amazing children. They are, I was about to say two. I ain't about to go back all the way back there, all we know. So, my son is a senior. Woo! This is last year. Shout out.
Sorry for the technical difficulty.
Yes.
Hey, Deb. Hey, that's my bestie.
And my daughter is Taylor and Isaiah. Yes. So I have a 12th grader and I have a 10th grader. You guys, they are phenomenal. I have been working like religiously, making sure that they, just understand my story. I'm not ashamed. To tell them my story. I actually had them to read my book because I need them to understand where that change. Right. And if I don't address it with them, guess what's going to happen to them?
That's right.
They repeat. Repeat.
Mm-hmm.
So you repeat what you don't deal with.
That's right. Absolutely.
And I don't want them to deal with that. And being able to share with my daughter the importance of affirmation and who she is.
That's right.
And because we are at this age and with our teenagers where they're kind of looking at other
baby,
people
hi,
and like,
sis.
you know, they got this type of hair,
Right,
they
right.
got this type of body, and
Right.
maybe I don't look good, or they're questioning everything.
Right.
And because the kids got social media and all of these things, the distractions, it makes them think that they're not good enough.
Right. Absolutely.
It questioned themselves.
Absolutely.
So, you know, I had to give my kids that glimpse. That going, that's how
Need some
Facebook do
charger?
you. It just went out.
Okay.
That's, you know, when you're talking about something good, that's how the devil do, just
Okay.
shut you
If you-
out.
if
So
you-
he keeps going.
Okay. Well, if you want to plug her back in, we're live and it's okay.
I'm going to do it.
Okay. Well, she's sharing some good news, guys.
So
You
I
know
want
the
y'all
enemy
to
is
call
busy.
in.
Call in.
Call in.
240.
719
Yes.
2560. Call in.
Call in.
That's why that happened. It needed you to call in, you guys.
Because it actually, my phone went out for a while too. So you know what? It's the truth. When the good news is being spreaded and people are being set free out of bondage, the devil is busy. So if you on YouTube, like my page, if you're on YouTube, say some encouraging words and shame the devil, because the devil's on there now, and I don't care because I love it. Because see, one thing about me, I love where I came from because I'm never going back unless I'm helping people out. I don't go back to live in it. I go back to help people out of it. So I'm never ashamed of where I came from or what has ever happened to me because I wasn't the culprit. The culprits have to deal with their own demons. I forgive everybody. That way the forgiveness is not for them. It's for me to be set free.
That's it.
So if we're here and we're sharing the good news, we're not telling you things that we haven't dealt with. We're telling you things that God brought us through.
Yeah.
So anybody out there going through anything, don't know how to handle the, what is that? The furlough that's going on?
Yeah, the furlough.
The
Oh,
furlough
my gosh.
is very deep because as I was talking about coming on the show, the furlough, you need a charger? Okay. The furlough is something that's devastating homes. It's devastating situations right now. But guess what? God can handle that too. So if there's a situation that you don't understand how to get through it, that's why we're here. That's why we have live TV. That's why we have live YouTube. It's always going to be somebody's going to have a word of encouragement for you. Take the good, accentuate the positive, eliminate the negative. So everyone within the sound of my voice, listen to Lonnetta's story. Get her book. Get her book. Get on Amazon. Her book is $10. It is worth it. We have to support each other. It's so important.
And people don't realize that, like, we wait until people get so big and so, again, like, you can't reach them anymore. And then everybody says, I remember her. Oh, I remember. And you're like, okay, what happened just in the States?
That's
you
right.
know what I mean?
Absolutely.
Like, so this is a huge topic because I work with a lot of youth. I own my own dance institute, the Dynasty Institute.
Awesome, too.
And not only do I teach dance, you guys, I empower those young people.
That's
I
right.
want them to
That's
see that when you step in those auditions,
Right.
that it matters. You matter. Nobody else in that room matter but you.
Right.
And go in there and own it, because I understand that a lot of these kids that I work with, you guys, have some underlying issues
That's
as
right.
well. And then when I watch the parents and how they engage, I'm like, they got some unhealed stuff.
They do. Yes, they do. And you know what? A lot of people are afraid that their kids are going to say something. But let me tell you something. Kids will say it without ever being able to say a word. Their bodies, what they do, the way they act out, the way they draw, anything going on inside their brain, they only know a certain way to demonstrate what's going on. And it's going to come out, whatever it is.
Yeah.
So if I were you, I watch my children closely. I listen to them. I talk to them. And I will give them that shoulder where they know it's a safe haven to talk to mom and dad. A lot of us are so busy we don't take time to let them know that. So when I watch Lonnetta and her children, they have such a beautiful bond. And her daughter and her birthday are the same day.
Same day.
You can't ask for more than that.
And we identical.
Oh, they look like the same person, just a little person shrunken. And God has taken her life in such a way that he wants nothing but glory, because she don't mind giving him the glory. So you all just understand this book is bigger than you paying her $10. It's going to take you somewhere in your heart and mind where you will forever be free.
Yeah.
This is a freedom book.
A freedom book. And knowing that it's just not about me. I tell people it's not about me. This thing ain't about me.
Right.
It's about God using me as his vessel, and I'm
right.
being obedient. Some people won't answer the call, and then they get mad because their life is not operating the way they want it. And it's you won't answer the call. Because you're worried about what people gonna say.
Right.
And it's like God saying, ho, 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 but I gave you the gift.
Thank you.
I gave it to you.
That's right.
So are you not gonna be obedient?
That's right.
So I want you guys to understand that this what I'm doing is bigger.
That's right.
It's so many kids out there that I know that life can change by listening to my story.
Yes.
There's so many women who are dying in the inside. They look marvelous. You know how many places I speak at, you guys, with people
Thank you,
who look
Randolph.
marvelous.
Thank you, baby. In her book, Randolph. Randolph is saying, y'all saying some real talk, love you, and your host. My host is Lonnetta Grant, but they call her Lonnie. Her book is The Girl in the Mirror.
Yes.
And it's powerful, Randolph.
It is powerful.
It's real. It's her story. She didn't mind sharing it. Some people in her own family had a problem with it, but guess what? It's not about the people. I tell people all the time, I love you, but I love God better. I love nothing more than God. So if he directs your path, and this is what your path entitles, you have to do what thus say the Lord. And guess what? Everybody else, he'll temper them or move them out your way.
Yep.
So either way, it's a win-win.
And then it'll bring truth to them too.
Yes,
Sometimes what I've learned, I tell people, my book wasn't birthed out of get back.
Right.
You know, so even some of you guys out there that's planning on writing a book, don't do it from an ill place.
Right.
Do it from a place where you just want to bring truth. You want to, you know, it's not about shaming the other person because we all know that person got a story too.
Absolutely.
Right? So maybe you, by you sharing your story, made them realize, you know what, I'm sorry.
That's right.
I'm sorry.
Yes.
I didn't know I hurt you like this.
Yes.
I didn't know I verbally abused you like that. I didn't know I physically abused you like that. But I learned that behavior. Some of us, you learn. So that's why I'm always getting on my mothers and dads. Your kids learn this behavior from you.
Right, absolutely.
They learn how to be mean. They learn how to be bitter.
That's right.
They learn how to be grown because they're watching you. Yeah. And the first thing people say is, well, they ain't learned that from me. You did. They learned how to be mean.
Yes. Because I saw something phenomenal. And what the person was saying, it was a blended family show, and what she was saying was so amazing because it just jumped out off the screen in my heart. She said, the kids see you react to a situation, and then you think they didn't notice, but they noticed everything. They just weren't allowed to verbally say it. But later on, they're going to act out what they saw, and you're like, what are you doing? Why'd you do that? And who told you that? They got it from you. They see everything you do, and it's in their little brains. And they like, well, my mom and daddy did it. It must be the way.
It must be the way.
We're the parents are the ones they trust. So if the person they trust is showing them this, then it must be all right.
It must be all right.
So we got to take a look in the mirror.
So you repeat. We got to get these kids to start repeating this behavior. Really break the generational curse. And I'm gonna bring something to the light that a lot of us who have kind of dealt with trauma, a lot of us don't realize we parent out of fear.
Yes, absolutely.
A lot of us do that. How many of you guys can really vouch for this, where your kids asking you to go places and doing stuff, and you're like, no, you can't go over that person. No, you can't do this, and no, you can't do that. Why is that coming up for you? You know why? Because you remember when that thing happened to you.
That's right.
And so in your mind, you saying, I got to protect them, right? But in the whole time, you're parenting out of fear, so it pushes them away as well. So we got to also, as parents, be mindful that we don't want to parent out of fear. That's why we need to get healed from that trauma. So now, the child that we now didn't want to go out there because we remember us going out there in the world, we now push them to the world because we closed them in.
Absolutely.
So we gotta be mindful, parents.
That made so much sense because I know my children are all over 21, well, 21 and over, but I know each and every one have heard me say, no, you can't go to their house. Look, when the party over, call me, I'm picking you up. You're not spending the night. You're not staying in nobody's house. That didn't come out of the blue sky. That came because I definitely don't want to think all night what could be happening to my child, because you hear horror stories the next day of what happened to a person's child or a family member or your own children. It's too late. When it's too late, it's too late. But it didn't come from just out the sky. It came from something that is deep inside that you're thinking about. That's a horror.
That's a horror, yep.
We have to face reality. Once we face reality and we realize it's not going to kill us because we're still here. It's not going to drive us crazy. We're still sane. It's not going to take our mind. We're still alive. You got to face it in order to be able to be a better person where you're not living in fear, because you're still not all right if you're living in fear.
And you cannot live like that, you guys. A lot of you guys are not even tapping into your next level.
Right.
Some of us are scared to even tap into business.
Yes.
Why? Because we scared that the anxiety come up, them triggers. Guess what, you guys? Those triggers don't stop.
Woo.
Let me tell you something.
Good
Those
talk.
triggers don't stop. But you need to be aware of your triggers so you know how to deal with them.
Yes.
They don't never stop.
That's right.
You don't, that trigger, that anxiety don't never stop when you hear somebody molested a child, or you hear about somebody abused or burnt their child, and you remember what that was like, the anxiety going, and you panicking, you're shaking hands and all of this stuff. You losing it.
Right.
Guess what? It doesn't go anywhere.
That's right.
You just need to know how to deal with it. You need to understand the importance of meditation, affirmations. What do? Because guess what? Unfortunately, everybody don't want to go on medication.
Exactly.
You know, some of us got different views on, I don't want to be on meds.
Right.
They said I'm depressed, or they say I got anxiety. Guess what? There are some natural remedies, you guys.
Right.
You know, that you can do to kind of help cope and have you to like soothe when those things happen.
Absolutely. And I'm one of the candidates because I'm claustrophobic. That's the worst feeling in the world, to be claustrophobic. So I'm going to tell you, I claim claustrophobia just because I just want people to know I'm not insane if I freak out. But I also understand how to deal with it now, because I've learned through going to therapy. I'm not ashamed. Remember, y'all, I'm not ashamed of nothing, because the devil is not my friend. God is my friend. Through therapy, I know to think I'm on an island, think I'm swimming in some water, picture myself just total peace, and the whole claustrophobic experience leaves me. Because I don't know if it'll ever go away. So guess what?
It's a trigger.
They taught me how to cope through it. I take deep breaths, and I picture myself on an island. I picture myself swimming. I picture myself totally free, and all of that stuff got to go. So she's telling you some truth. I don't mind the truth. The truth made me free. I'm free today. Who the sun sets free is free indeed.
Yeah.
She's telling you the truth, and if you jump on the bandwagon of truth, then you can help others instead of acting like you got it going on because you got a mask on.
Yeah, and that mask is so deep, you guys. You can't. It's hard to free other people. Remember, it ain't about you.
Right.
A lot of times we make it about us and like, well, I don't want to say this, and I don't want this, and I don't want people looking at me, and it's like, well, what if somebody didn't speak their truth for you to get out of even think that you needed help?
That's right.
Or I've talked to people who have lost people, like I lost my mom, and they're grieving and all of that. What if people didn't tell me things that they had to do to cope? I would be in the house losing my mind.
That's right.
Because I was like, okay, maybe I should have reached out to her. Maybe I should have did it. And now I'm going.
And Lonnetta, just a little bit, elaborate on the fact that your mom is not here and how strong you're able to be. Because a lot of people lose it when their moms leave. It's like their mind stops.
Gosh, anybody out there who have lost a parent, even if the parent was absent, remember it's a DNA.
Right.
The body knows it. So whether you didn't grow up with the person or they was 10 cities away, that's a rough thing. Yes. That is a rough transition. You know, it's almost like it's unreal. I remember getting the phone call. It was like, no, that ain't happened. No, we're not gonna claim that. It literally, for me, had to see the medical examiner truck for me to now say, that happened. It's not coming back. So that statement in the Bible, honor
Woo.
thy mother and father, even when you're not getting along, you guys, like, pray for them. Again, we don't always have the best ideas. We don't get the Parent of the Award, a year award. It's easy to put shame on them, right? Oh, my mother didn't do this for me. My father did. We know that. God knew that. You didn't think he knew that? It was just a part of your story. But he don't want you to shame them, because guess what? Some of us repeat some of the same stuff we put on our parents.
Yes, we do. That's right.
Isn't that something?
I have to elaborate on that because I had to tell my mom this week, Mom, you may never think you're teaching me, because people somewhat think I'm one of those people that know a lot. I know a lot because I learned from older people. I've always been around older people all my life. At 18, I was around people 40-something. So I've always been around the older to learn, but I tell people you can't go any further than your brain. So because I was mimicking older people didn't mean I knew what they knew. It just meant I was mimicking them. So when you mimic people, after a while you hit a brick wall, because you still can't talk your way out of a box in a bad situation, because you only know as far as your brain mimic. That's it. So I learned that growing up, don't mimic people, really learn and really understand your lane. So I had to give my mom all the honor this week. I said, Mom, I learned a lot from you. She was like, really? I said, yes, Mama. I learned a lot from you because your gifts are all over you, all around you. Everybody loves my mom. So I had to respect her in a whole different light. I'm like, Mom, thank you for still being here for me to be able to tell you how much I honor and respect you. And I'm learning from you more and more and more. I watch her more than I watch other people now that may be book scholars or maybe professors or maybe millionaires, because I'm around all walks of life. I like the teaching she gives me because it's all sincere. It's no motive, and she don't want anything.
Authentic.
So you want authentic today. This is authentic teaching. This is authentic right in front of you. Don't always be around people you think have something, because they may have a motive. They may have an underlying thing with that. So get the book. Read the book.
Please.
It's so important. This is not happenstance. Because you'll see the book acted out in a movie or a play, and you'll be like,
and that's
wow.
the next thing.
And a lot of people love the books and love the book, and then love the plays and movie, because they can compare how they did the play and the movie to the book. Because I know it's going to be a play and a movie.
Oh,
I
yeah.
already know. She and I talk behind the scenes, and it's going to be amazing.
Yep, money moves.
And guess what? I'm excited because my name is in the book.
Yes.
I
didn't even know I was putting her name in the book. So you guys, people don't, even as adults now, you don't realize how much you play a part in young people's lives. Like, really show up for them. So that's why I'm always telling people, when I go and teach for other studios or teach for me, you got to know how to really show up for these kids. Be true. That's right. Because they never forget how you made them feel. Yes. And I remember going through all the stuff that I went through as a child, my mother and all this stuff. Guess what?
We're going to take a short break. Hold that thought.
Oh, yeah.
Hold that thought. Don't move.
I
got to do this before everybody on the air goes to do something, because it's Friday night. On behalf of Voxwave and my show, The Saffron Show, and my engineer, Ron Jackson, we have to give her these beautiful flowers. They say, give me the roses while I can smell them. So we have to give you these.
Oh, yes.
We love her. We have to give them to her while she can smell them, because a lot of time we do things after the person's gone.
Yes.
We had to honor this beautiful woman for coming on here. And we just wanted you all to see how important she is to us. So I'm going to give her back the floor before we leave.
Oh, yes. I'm excited.
I love this. This one, I love this. I love this one.
Yes. And you guys, oh, my goodness. I worked for her, literally. I remember coming in her shop. Y'all remember when a penny saver was out?
Yes.
So my mother had got this penny saver and cut the coupon out. It was get 2 weaves for something. And we went into her shop. And as she was doing my mother's hair, I instantly, because I always liked hair, I instantly started sweeping and doing stuff. And I said, do you need an assistant? She said, yes. Did. And I came in the next day and I worked for Miss Debbie the whole entire time that I was in hair school. She helped groom me. She took me home. A lot of times when my mother wouldn't come pick me up,
hey, Frank,
wouldn't be there for me, She was there for me.
My baby.
Times I didn't have clothes, hygiene products, all of that. She played that part. She didn't make me feel any type of way because I didn't have it or my mother didn't have. She filled in those gaps. She knew I needed a ride home. She never allowed me just to stand at the bus stop and anything could have happened to me. But that's sowing seeds, you guys. That is sowing seeds. Some of us are right in the midst of young people that we can help. And we don't know where they're going to go at in 10 and 15 years. And I had to honor her in this book.
And I was so honored.
I had to.
I went to her book signing. I was stuck doing business because I do different businesses. And I said, I got to get to a book signing before it's over. So I was so afraid that I was too late. And I walked in before it was over, thank you, Jesus. And they were about to announce some very important parts. And then I realized she called my name, or either it was so fast that day, so I don't know if she called my name or I was reading. I don't know what happened because she blessed me with a book. And I was like, oh, thank you. And then either she said my name or she said, this is the person I wanted you all to know that this is her. She just arrived. It's something that happened fast that day. When I realized she actually put me and made an honorable mention of me, I don't really realize what I do for people because it's the heart. When it's the heart, you just better do what the heart says because you don't know who in life God put in front of you. And he's going to say, I put that person in front of you. You didn't tell him about me. You didn't give him any love. And guess what? I don't know you. I'm going to take them in your place because you were supposed to tell them about me. When God fixed me from having a stroke, and he fixed me because the doctors didn't know what to do. I was so messed up at 23 years old. He reconstructed me. He put my brain back together. He helped me walk. He fixed my face. He said, tell people about me. And when he told me that, all I thought he meant was just show people love all the time because that's him. God is love.
God is love.
So when I met her, I just love her. I just love her, and I'm so happy to know that what I gave her was genuine. And today, I can say I'm a part of this. She's a genius. I'm a part of her life, and all you all that know her, I'm going to tell you one more time, go to Amazon. Is Amazon the only place where they can go? Get her book.
Get the book.
It's
on Prime.
It's
on Prime, y'all.
Get her book. Beauty After Broken. I put it all over my page.
The Girl in the Mirror.
The Girl in the Mirror. Get it.
Yes.
Because it's going to help you. It's going to show you how important life is. It's not worth living if you live in a lie. It's not worth living if you just live to cover up people's mess. People want all kinds of covers today. They want to do stuff and everybody cover up their mess. I don't cover it. So I tell people, you might not want to come around me because I'm going to uncover you. I'm expose you, and I don't have no fear. So don't bring your mess to me. And you're not going to hurt a woman. You're not going to hurt a child. And now God has blessed me to say you're not going to hurt a boy. I can't protect men. They got to take care of themselves. But you're not going to hurt the kids, the young ladies, the young men, or the women. Yeah, that's who he put me in charge over. Yeah. And I just have to do what thus say the Lord. And when she called me today to bless me to be on my show, called me last week to bless me to be on my show, when I reached out and she called me back, she's here, guys, in the flesh. She's
in the flesh. With this busy schedule.
Woo.
In the flesh.
So
I'm thankful. I'm like, God, you blessing me. I'm here. I'm there. Yes. I'm trying to get ready for my 10-city tour, for my dance and my book.
Tell them about your dance.
So
my 5 minutes?
My dance school is thedynastyinstitute.com. I specialize in acrobatics and contortion. And I give so much to the kids. I'm an educator. Mm-hmm. That's what I do. I educate parents. I educate kids. It's just not about spending money on dance steps. They need to know where they're going.
Yes, yes.
We got so many kids that know how to move. I'm not teaching your kids how to buck, shake, pop, drop it low. That's not the Dynasty Institute.
That's right.
If you want your child to learn proper technique, you want them to learn vocabulary and going to the next level in dance, the Dynasty Institute is where they belong.
Woo.
Because they're going to get empowered. They need to know who they are. It's so many kids being put in classes and being there, but they don't even know who they are on stage.
Right.
You just telling them, let me give you this choreography. Let me teach you how to dance, but then you got this kid that's broken.
Yes, yes, yes. And because you have the gift of being delivered, you see through that.
I can see through it.
She pick it up just
I
like
pick
that.
it up. I say, okay. And I connect with them kids. It's so crazy. Their grandmothers say, my grandbaby, she listens to you. Or she this. I said, because I was her.
Okay.
My grandmother raised me.
Okay.
My mother wasn't there. My mother was on drugs. So I know what that looks like. She needs somebody, that little girl needs somebody to confirm that she going to be okay.
That's right. Absolutely.
It's the not knowing. She don't know if she going to be okay.
That's right.
Grandma there, we understand grandma filled in the gaps, but it's nothing like to have your own mother. So she needs to know.
That's right.
Oh, I'm going to be okay.
That's right.
She good. She was in my place. I'm going to be good.
And I can add to that because my niece is she still one of your dancers? My
Oh
niece,
yeah,
Frankie?
she used to be, but
Okay.
she doing track and
Yes, she is.
but she's still active, you guys.
So I know a lot of people have joined Lonnetta's dance school, and their daughters
phenomenal.
have grace. Their daughters have poise. They come out of there on a different level. You want your kids on a level where they don't think all the things that's normal are normal, because in these days, what's wrong is right and what's right is wrong. We need to make sure the kids know what's right is right. And so they can't be bamboozled or confused and think all this stuff is normal because they live in a social media world where anything goes. So she's one of the rare people that will take your daughters and dance and teach them on a level where they're little ladies, they're little princesses. I love that. And they have a deep down inside love for themselves, and the unity is there. So check her out. Can they look at your school on the website?
Yep, the dynastyinstitute.com, you guys, and I accept ages 2 to 16. And we offer ballet and contemporary, so technique classes. No popping, no shaking, none of that.
Well, what we want to do right now, Facebook Live, we're not leaving you, but I got to do the shout out for YouTube. YouTube, thank you for supporting us tonight. Again, if anyone wants to watch these episodes, you can go back to VoxWave. Go to YouTube and go to VoxWave, VoxWav, and all my episodes are show if you put Saffron, D-Saffron, Saffron Show. You can see this episode over and over because I'm a spreader all over the world. Because see, one thing about me, I invest in people because it's not about me. God gave, hey, Tanya, you know you my sweetheart. That's my baby right there. Congratulations,
Tanya.
Tanya. Tanya Graham is amazing.
Yeah, I love her. She knows me. She was at my book signing. Yes, hey, Tanya.
So letting you all know, thank you for watching us tonight on VoxWave. VoxWave, you're the bomb. You're reaching all over masses. You're reaching all over the United States, all over America, all over all the nations. And I'm so honored to have my baby on here with me. So I'm going to watch this over and over as she climb the ladder to success. And see, I'm not crazy enough not to invest, because when she gets really big, I want to sit on the front row, and I need to be on the front row. Everybody know me. Know I like the first three rows.
The first 3 rows.
I don't mind 3, but if I don't go back, okay, I'll take the first row.
The first.
I'm letting y'all know, when you know what you know that you know that you know it. Right here is an angel. This is an angel that watches over people that could have lost their mind, and she didn't, because God has her. So if you know what I know that you know, support her. She will already support you. She will already go out leaps and bounds for you. So support her. Get her book. Call her for your children in dance, because we got a lot of young ladies that need these special gifts. You need more than one thing to do in your lifetime. Support her. And anyone needing to get in touch with me can call me live on 240-719-2560 or 240-431-1506 is my personal line. I don't care to give it out. I don't have any fear. If you're not meaning for good, God will block you anyway. So you can reach me if you want your business shown. If you want to be introduced to the masses, you can reach me, and we will talk. We'll dialogue. I'm going to share. I'm going to invest in you, because I'm going to feel good watching you grow and grow and grow, because God is growing me up. He's setting me up for something big, so y'all might want to get close to me, because soon, like Lonnetta, you're not going to be able to, because he knew the gift.
He knew the gift.
I did this 20+ years ago, but that wasn't the time. Everything is timing. So now he knows I'm a soldier for him, so the devil can't confuse me and trick me. Because when you have these awesome gifts, he'll trick you.
He'll trick you.
So I'm too focused and too smart to get in the snare of the fowler. I'm not worried about it. But y'all know I'm telling y'all some real stuff. Friday nights is a night where you're getting ready to go out and have fun, or you may not go out and have fun. But as far as VoxWave goes, I'll see you next week. Thank you for supporting. In the precious name of Jesus, have fun, be careful, be safe. See you next Friday.